You have been lied to about the Holy Spirit being male. In this ongoing series, we are going to deconstruct and decolonize sacred spirituality. And let's talk about how the divine Holy Spirit is not male. She is actually feminine in nature. When we look into the divine Holy Spirit, specifically how her name is written grammatically in its grammatical construction in Hebrew, it is Ruach HaKodesh. Ruach, the root word of that, is divinely feminine in the way in which it's written, its grammatical construction, and also in its origins as well. Now, let's talk about how Jesus is actually not a male, but if we take it in the literal context here, Jesus would actually be female. And the reason for this is because Mary was visited by the Holy Spirit. And that is how she became impregnated with Yahushua. Now, I'm going to break this down into two ways that we can see this story, both in the literal context, but also in the more spiritual, symbolic message, and also the perspective of hidden Gnostic messages as well. So the very first will be literal. If Mary were visited by the Holy Spirit, again, as we have broken down and decolonized in this video, who is divinely feminine, that means that through a process of both spiritual as well as biological parthenogenesis, she would be pregnant with a female child. And that female child would be a Black woman. And if you all remember from this video here, at the very end, I broke down about how I continue to identify the word in the biblical text meaning Black or swarthy, which is shachora or shachorim, shachoret. That translates into Black. Original people in the Canaan or Canaanite pantheon, they would have been deeply melanated, Black-skinned people. So therefore, if we take this story literally, then Jesus would be female, and that female would be Shachora. She would be Black. Now let's take the story in the symbolic manner. We can look at this story as though Mary is visited by the divine Holy Spirit. Again, a spirit of creative power, divine consciousness, and also creative inspiration. So therefore, if we break down the definition of the word pregnant, to be pregnant by or to be pregnant with, you can be pregnant with abundance, you can be pregnant with ideas. We could take from this that Mary has had a divine feminine awakening and she is pregnant with creative, abundant power, right? And she is pregnant with or impregnated with divine feminine consciousness, divine feminine intuition. Ultimately, the divine Holy Spirit is feminine in nature. She is the expression of the great divine mother. And when we call upon her in her appropriate name, Ruach HaKodesh, we bring more of her energy into our bodies, into our minds, into our spirits, and also here onto this planet, which I think we all need more of her, and to praise her and to show her our true love and gratitude at all times. If you are a woman and if you want to learn more about Ruach HaKodesh and specifically the Canaan or Canaanite pantheon goddesses, I welcome you to join, if you haven't already, join my Sacred Divine Feminine Gateway community. It is exclusively and private for women to join. It's also at no cost to you to join. I welcome you to that. Also, please remember, you still have time to join the early access, to join the upcoming specialized live course on June the 6th. And this is going to be on the Black Radiant Womb, Melanin, Magic, and the Cosmic Matriarchy. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all there. And I thank you all so much for being here with me, a part of this beautiful community. And I thank you so much for engaging with me at this moment in time. Thank you all so much. I'm going to see you in the next video.